Crohn's disease is caused by a conflict shock of what was something important to my survival I couldn't digest and absorb, and I was angry, frustrated, and annoyed by it. Now, when I tell people that, they think that getting angry is going to cause, their Crohn's symptoms to get worse, their colitis symptoms to get worse. But you will not get better if you think about it that way. And I get it. I used to think it was like that too. So this is what we actually need to do to get better. So there was a specific moment in time that you subconsciously reacted to a stressful situation. Like the way you saw it is like, I couldn't digest this thing. Now, let's say somebody's gut issue started junior year of high school, sophomore, where they needed to get a good grade on this class, otherwise they're going to get kicked off the football team or something like that. So what's the traumatic event? Was it receiving the paper and seeing the failing grade? Maybe yes, no, maybe, I don't know, everybody's different. Maybe is when they went up to the teacher and the teacher said, no, you got a 50, there's nothing you can do about it, you're going to fail. Maybe it was when they went to the coach of the team and they went, hey, I know I didn't do great on this test, but hey, can I still play? And the coach went, no, you can't play until whatever. Maybe it was when he went home and showed his parents this test score and, they were really upset with him and beat him with the belt. Now, what was the thing that this person couldn't digest? It could be many things depending on the person's perspective. Maybe it was the grade. Maybe it's football. Maybe it was their girlfriend because now their parents wouldn't allow them to go out anymore. But what was that specific I failed and then my life was miserable for the whole rest of the school year. But what was that one specific event? I had bad grades. Okay, that's the conflict. But what was the conflict shock moment? That is the first step to getting better. Identifying that moment, not just the shock, but that moment. And in that moment was when the PTSD triggers formed. And Dr. Hammer in German New Medicine calls these tracks. Let's say you're beat by the belt. Now, maybe on days where you wear the belt, you just have horrible symptoms. And you're not sitting there like, oh, I hate belts because, my dad beat me with the belt that one time. No, oh, I love this belt. It looks really good with my outfit. And you put it on and all of a sudden you're crapping your pants. And you're like, oh, I had gluten today. That's why I have symptoms. No, something that you encountered a PTSD trigger in your environment. Maybe you were eating a piece of bread and then, somebody put that paper in your face. Oh my God, I failed. Oh, bread's bad. It's like an aha moment. Like when you make these realizations, sometimes you yawn, you'll have an aha moment, you'll have goosebumps. It's this subconscious therapy that is really tough to explain and is kind of a tough concept for people to grasp. But that's essentially what we're doing. We're trying to find these hidden subconscious PTSD triggers linked to that traumatic event that put our gut into overdrive. And that's exactly what I do in my 13-day protocol. I take you through exercises every single day to help you make these connections. Making those connections, you can a lot of the times people will live. I've helped many people who have a very stressful life. They have a stressful job, they're in a stressful relationship or whatever, and they at first they didn't no, I can't deal with the stress, I can't get out of the stressful situation. Many times you don't need to. Many of the times what we need to do, we need to communicate to the subconscious that our conscious mind can handle this conflict and that we don't need its help anymore. So that's what you need to do. That's what's causing your Crohn's, and that's what we need to do to fix your Crohn's. And in my bio link, I have a free version of my 13-day protocol, which will, it'll at least cut your symptoms by 25%. Easy. Just watching the free version of my 13-day protocol.